on a new adventure.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Channel is Kumbi Reacts. I'm Kumbi. Today, guys, we're going to jump in. We're going to check out some Knox Hill and some Ren. Now, you guys already know, man, I love Ren. I absolutely am a huge fan of Ren. Sorry, I had to take my headphones off. They're like choking my neck. But I'm a huge fan of Ren. Anybody who's seen this channel, you guys already know, man. I say it every single time that I listen to him. The dude is an artist, man. His creativity, his ability to do the things he does with music and whatnot is pure art. So, you guys already know how I feel about Ren. Knox Hill, man, he is a huge influence as to why I started doing my reaction channel in the first place. You know, I loved his breakdowns. I still watch a lot of his videos to this day, man. He's a huge part of why I got into this space to begin with. So it's going to be a great video. So I have seen a post, I think it was from Knox Hill's channel. Basically, he said that, hey, you know, that this was a deep one for him and it was hard for him to perform and all that kind of stuff. So I'm expecting this is probably going to be a very meaningful and, you know, possibly a very emotional song. So I'm just excited to get into this. Let's check this thing out, man. And yeah, let's just jump into this thing. Nothing else needs to be said, guys. If you haven't already, man, drop a like on the video, comment down below. Go support Knox Hill, go support Ren, man. And let's get into this thing. Here we go, guys. This is Knox Hill featuring Ren, Fentanyl, the official music video.
Conscious rap was vibing, but they said it wasn't selling. So instead of tribe, the question was for highs. I guess I get it, but we...
Ooh, I haven't even really heard the words that he said, but the vibe of it, it's like very old school. Like the way that his voice is what's the word I'm looking for? Not diluted, but like it's very like it's got. I wish I could think of the word, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying, right? His voice sounds very old school. It's got like that old school type of filter on it.
Conscious rap was vibing, but they said it wasn't selling. So instead of tribe, the question was for highs. I guess I get it, but we sold our de la souls and reassigned the proper metrics. Violent rap survived and Darwinized the prophet zealots. Survival of the fittest. Trade your bars for gems and you'll be shining. That's the realest in this climate of
trade your... I want to make sure I heard that right. I thought he said trade your balls for gems and you'll be shining like the realist.
Gems and you'll be shining, that's the realest in this. Trade your bars for gems and you'll be shining, that's the realest.
Okay, I think he said trade your bars for gems. I misheard that one way, that was way off. So he said trade your bars for gems and you'll be shining like the realist.
In this climate of addiction style, Big Pharma is the realest now. As long as pills are filling, you ain't really gotta feel the sound. The world is full of juice, and while you floating, you've been finna drown. How many rappers out here missing out? But they sell you with this vision and this fear of missing out. The industry will fuck us, so we follow what is trending. Brag about these hollow tips, but it's all hollow tip dependent. I lace my verse with fentanyl and lean into attention. Toe tag.
And I lace this verse with fentanyl and I lean into it. Lean, right? Lean is a type of drug, right? Lil Wayne's most famously known for lean, sipping on lean. But I like how he did that, right? Really cool thing. I like how too it's added like this high pitched voice in the background where it's like ho, ho. Obviously, I am terrible at imitating that, but you guys know what I'm saying. It added that cool voice at the back. That's a very Ren touch. I think that's more. Of a sound you'll hear a lot more in Ren's music than you do Knox Hill's. The old school rap vibe is a little more Knox Hill vibe to me.
Fear of missing out. The industry will fuck us, so we follow what is trending. Brag about these hollow tips, but it's all hollow tip dependent. I lace my verse with fentanyl and lean into attention. Toe tags for the mentions, body bags for what they spending. While they bragging, we descended from the ground. We all descendants now.
Sinners don't sleep in this broken town, trading their souls for some golden brown. Feel the release, come back down. But when I'm coming up, killers on the city streets bagging it up. Crooks and addicts with habits get rushed. We living in vain just to end it all, and I spend it all on the fentanyl.
My cousin cousin was a pitcher. On that curve, he got that scholarship. On campus, he's the man. Throwing heaters, he was hot as shit, but then he hurt his arm. Senior year's time to prove it. Started taking painkillers so he could play and keep it moving. Scouts watching, couldn't lose him, so he took more and he kept using. Before he knew it, he's abusing. Fastballs and two seams. Too clean, but now he's losing weight. Drug test, he failed, so they kicked him off the team. He tried to kick the habit, but he's mad that he had lost his dreams. He's sad, but he got off the lane. But all it takes is one reminder. In his mind, he couldn't help it. He was trying to finally settle. Midnight, he went outside. He was fighting with his devils. One hit, he told himself, it'll help me through this hell. I know I'm sick and I need help, but one hit, man, what the hell? So he lit it, then he took it to the face. But as the story goes, you know that fentanyl is lace.
Sinners don't sleep.
Ooh. Before we jump back into the chorus, man, I want to talk about that a little bit. So anybody who is not aware, I believe it was a couple months ago, Knox Hill's cousin or something like that. He had lost his life due to a drug overdose. He said here, due to the fentanyl being laced. That's unfortunate, man. I feel for him. You know, it is always hard when you lose someone close to you, especially someone that's a family member, someone you really care for and you love. It's tough, especially in this kind of a situation, right? I mean, I understand his cousin's situation, right? I mean, I play sports, I play football still to this day. I get it. When I tore my ACL, it was a hard, man. It was a challenge, right? And at first I was in doubt. Like, I refused to go to the doctor because I was like, no, it's good. It's good, right? It's like any other injury, right? It'll heal. Give me a week. Let me ice it up. I'm good to go, man. Like, I'll get through this. Trust me, like, I'm bulletproof, man. It ain't nothing like that. And it was like, you know, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, and it was like, okay, I couldn't run on the treadmill, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do cuts, I couldn't do anything. I could jog the treadmill, and that was pretty much it. I went on a hike on it. I have no idea how I pulled that off. But, like, it just wasn't better. Like, I knew inside something wasn't right. And, you know, I was just in denial for the whole thing, and finally went to the doctor, got told what it was, you know, full tear on the ACL. Can't remember what the word is, but yeah, full tear on the ACL. I had to do a, you know, full repair. They had to take a piece of my, what's it called? My shin, something in the shin. There's a muscle in the shin. They took a piece of that. They basically used that as my ACL replacement. So, but, you know, even when all that was going on, there was moments where I did not think I was going to be able to play again. And it was tough because to say that I did not think, like, man, what do I got to do to play again, right? I never, the thought of drugs never crossed my mind, but you know what I'm saying? Like steroids, that kind of stuff, that kind of stuff crosses your mind. And for me, it was for a brief second. Like, it was nothing that I actually was like, okay, I think this is the option I got to do. No, for me, it was like, I gave myself that day to, you know, cry about it and be frustrated about the situation I was in. And the very next day I said, you know what? It's Mamba mentality time, man. It's time to dig in. It's time to work your ass off. You can come back from this. You know, let's make it happen. And here we are now. You know, I've played 2 seasons on my ACL, and is it the same as it was? Absolutely not, man. I definitely don't feel 100%, and I haven't since I tore it. But be able to say that I went out there and I was able to play on it and perform on it. But long story short, I went on a tangent, whole thing there. But like I said, I understand like where his cousin was at, right? Like your dream is here, right? And you can't let that fall. Like, you don't want that to be taken away from you. So you're going to do whatever it takes to keep that dream alive. And it's unfortunate that this is the way it led down. And it's just a huge ups to Knox Hill for coming out here and putting this into his art, into his music, and to tell us that story. You know, that's what makes great music great, is the story behind the music. So
In this broken town, trading their souls for some golden brown. Feel the release, come back down. But when I'm coming up, killers on the city streets, buying it up. Crooks and addicts with happy skate rush. We living in vain just to end it all. And I spend it all under Fentanyl.
Took my heart, you took my fucking life. Took my pride, you took my mind, took who I am and turned to vice. Took my fam, I burned the price, and now I stand on murder time. And all my plans have turned to ice. I burn in fire, build this pyre higher.
So I think from this part, he's speaking from the perspective of his cousin, right? His cousin upset and angry about the situation that he's in.
Burning fire, build this pyre higher. I'm wired in this dopamine, get higher. Still a broken fiend, supplier of the hopeless dreams. When it's all smoke, the only rope's the one that chokes. Will they remember me? Take all my memories and light them on this fire. Fire for the crooked dealer, he who packaged hate. Fire for that greedy villain, he who had it laced. Fire for my future, that look on my father's face. My mother's still in tears, my cousin, he's too far away. When they told me to get help, and yes, I tried again. But in the end, we're all just veins. And in the end, it came to veins. And in the end, I died in vain. And in the end, I tried to fuck it.
Damn, dude.
Oh, God.
The CDC reports that from 1999 to 2021, opioids, including fentanyl, have caused over 500,000 deaths in the U.S. In 2023 alone, fentanyl took 74,702 lives. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or substance abuse, help is available. Call SAMHSA's free national helpline for 24/7 year-round guidance and support. 1-800-662-HELP 4357. I think I'm going to leave it right here because I think this is a great message to leave up on the screen. And again, anybody who is suffering from any mental health or substance abuse, help is out there. You know, there's numbers you can call, right? There's people to reach out to. There's always someone who is willing to help and wants to see you better yourself and wants to see you alive, right? I think that's the end all be all is it hurts more than just you when these situations come up. And I think that's one of the hardest parts about mental health and this kind of stuff is other people become victims of it as well, not just the one who's, you know, going through the struggles, because if that struggle ends up leading you down a road where you're no longer with us, like I said, there becomes more than just one victim. It becomes many people are the victim because people miss you, people love you, people who care for you suffer from not having you there. They're suffering while you're still with us, right? But it's hard too, you know. I think that who was it that did a song? It was gosh, why am I so terrible at names? I can literally see his face. Joyner Lucas. He did the song a little bit ago with what's his name? My memory is so freaking bad, especially like the on the spot memory. Sometimes I wonder how the heck I'm even able to like memorize football plays half the time. But I can literally see his face in my head. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But Joyner Lucas had a song he wrote. It was like 6 months ago. I think we did a reaction to it, where he's basically talking from the perspective of the one who's the alcoholic and the one who wants the alcoholic to get better. His brother or his friend or whatever wants them to get better. And I think that was a really great message, because as much as we want better for people, it's not that easy to just hope or wish away their addictions and so on like that. It's all a tough situation. That's why I think just sometimes talking it out, sometimes hearing people, sometimes being someone's help it could be the difference, right? And I think that's what's important, is to make yourself available to try to be that difference. So great video, great message, man. Great song. I just loved how Knox really kind of put it all out there and bared his heart. And I like the frustration part, the part where he was kind of, you know, playing the part of his cousin in the frustration and all that kind of stuff, and allowed us to see that side of it. So, like I said, great stuff, man. Again, if you need the help, reach out. Help is there. Help's there. Help's here. Help is everywhere. You just got to be willing to accept it and willing to reach out for it, right? There's nothing to be ashamed of in it. So appreciate everybody, man. Again, go show some major support to Knox Hill and to Ren for the video. We appreciate y'all, man, and you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch you guys in the next one.